That's a good jam. Don't cut that jam off. He's got the 80s going over here. Hey, guys. This everywhere?
We're as everywhere as we can be.
I've talked about this about in my teens and 20s. Man, I would.
Wow.
Yeah, that too.
What?
I was absolutely ferocious. And that's a lot of my powerlifting days too. Everything. The reason I say that is because it established a work ethic, the habits. It established how strong I could be, because you can do volume. You can do a lot of volume and you can overtrain, but still get strong. Because the volume comes into play. It's that old Russian mentality of consistency and compounded. You do get strong. And so for that, now bodybuilding's different. Bodybuilding is the breakdown of the muscle and the recovery of it. And it's more of a patience game, which is an action. Crazy to think that, right? Patience is an action in itself. Be slow and controlled in a percentage of, and then let it unfold. The reason I wanted to jump on real quick is the Total Recall plan launched. And it is an absolute savage of a workout. You got the 2-a-days in there. You got the full body getting it in all week long. But I did notice some people talk about, well, I tried to make it a little bit more, I did make it more available for the masses and for myself in schedule. So you're training 4 days really, really intense, and you're getting your whole body in. So some days you're doing 2 body parts. But I want to get your rest in there too, so you can recover and get better. And so your body can change. So the one thing that I thought was interesting is somebody who goes, well, I want to train 6 days a week. You don't have to do the 2 days. You can move those days to the other days. And that way you just train 6 days a week. But it got me to thinking, the mindset on the individual, and I think a lot of us, and I know I was this way as a youngster, is that I can train 7 days. I could train 14 days a week, 2 days every day, 7 days a week, no days off, and feed myself enough, and I'm going to grow. Well, it's ignorance and trial and error. And I did it. And I didn't hurt myself, which is a blessing. And I continued to lift heavy. But my thought is this for you guys. And I was thinking about a couple individuals. I was thinking about somebody we know that is sliced all year long. Not going to say names, but he looks great. Great heart, great soul, great guy. And, but his workout plan is this. His workout plan is 2 hours of cardio a day. He trains every day. He trains high reps, intense. He does train intense, not just for him, but for anybody to hang out with him. He's a savage, and he'll get those cardios in, and he will eat no carbohydrates. And he's still, I think, early 40s, but the body of a Greek god. When I say this, he's amazing looking. Then you got the other aspect, and I use Mona because I do know Mona, and I see how she eats and stuff, and I see the carbohydrates that she eats every day, and the lack of workouts. And I know other people like this, like Heath Evans is another one. That's, these guys work out maybe, what is Mo, twice a week? Twice a week, and they're not really workouts because she's supersetting, walking the dogs, taking care of Titan, making my stuff, doing work. The reason why I compare these two is because which one can change and get better, and which one is maxed out to the max. And if anything happens, anything that messes up that schedule for the one individual, the body will stay continuous like it is. They're both ripped individuals, both incredibly muscular and in shape. The reason why I wanted to use this apple and orange is because you're setting yourself up with your work ethic, right? And if you're the guy that goes, I have to train 6 days a week, twice a day, you're setting yourself up, in my opinion, that you're not going to, first of all, get better, regardless of where you're at right now. You're peaked. You've done everything. You've taken out the carbohydrates. You've done the 2 hours of cardio every day, all year long. You've done the training like an animal, and great. You look good. That is a tough thing to keep up. That is a tough thing to keep up. And I want you guys out here to understand, I don't want that for anybody. There's a portion of time that maybe I'd ask for that as you're getting ready for whatever that is, your show, you want to get your body fat down to just single digits, you want to push it, then I'll be able to pull that in and allow you to do that at that time. And then I want you to get back to a healthier position where your body is carrying a good 10% body fat. So you're healthy, you feel good. You're eating your carbohydrates and other foods. So that was the one thing that really shocked me, that philosophy is still out there for so many people, thinking I got to do 6 days a week, twice a day, and I got to do my cardio every day, and I've got to do this to the wall. Man, that's going to be a tough thing for you to maintain and keep for a lifetime. I would like you to treat your body a little bit more in the sense of allowing it to recover, allowing it to have the nutrients so you do feed it and you keep building muscle over time and your connective tissue and everything else. And don't put yourself in the position of where you are done getting better and you are strapped with all the capability of tricks that you can do to get sliced, and you're doing it all year long. And I've noticed that with some people, when I get them on the 30-day blitz, I ask, well, okay, so it's 30 days for a reason. And there's very few allowed people could do twice. But then I talk to some people and they're like, yeah, I've been on 30-day blitz for the last 6 months. It goes back again. I don't want you to wreck your body. Health and fitness is great if done correctly. And it can be really bad if it's not done correctly and you're overtrained to the point where you have to continue to do that. Diminishing returns is a real thing. And I don't know why that's even debated when it comes to cardiovascular or intensity of training. So just FYI for you guys, when you're doing the training and when you're doing the Total Recall, the new program, stay with the days and watch the transformation over the 12 weeks. Don't try to do everything in the first day. That's the biggest thing I don't want you guys to do. I want you to be able to keep this and keep building this body for a lifetime, not just for a moment. Yeah, that's my piece. So you guys keep doing your thing. Let me see if there's any simple questions or good questions I can answer real quick here.
What do you think about this question? I'd say this is a very common question.
I think all diets work for a period of time. So yeah, if that is something that you want to do, but again, all nutrition is just like training or anything else. Is that going to be your diet for the rest of your life? No. Will your body at some point adapt to this to where there's no more changes? Of course it will. That's how the body works. Surplus or a deficit. If you're going to go onto a keto diet, what age are you? Are you doing this for health reasons? Yeah. What was your thought on that one?
Oh, I mean, do you think he's just delaying or coming up with an excuse to just not start, and he's waiting for everybody to tell him this is the best thing? But then somebody says, hey, yeah, this is the best thing. Then he's going to go around and ask the next guy, hey, what's the best thing? And then he says, hey, do this.
Yeah, I think this is a question that's been asked to 20 people and he still hasn't started.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Intermittent fasting, uh, if used at the right time, I think it's great. They've already, remember, a lot of this stuff, as quick as this stuff comes up, the studies go too. Yellow. Doing great. What do we got? Ready. So yeah, if you're getting down to the end of your training principles and stuff, and you want to start to incorporate intermittent fasting, recommended. If you want to do a keto diet, recommended. Again, do it at the right time when you're also doing other stuff to help you along with the process of trying to get in shape.
Find out.
I would do this though, if you know, just calling you on that. Am I the 50th person that you've asked that to, and you still haven't started? My recommendation is start. The best person to answer that question is you. Are you going to be staying with it? Are you going to be able to do that? And then also, when it comes to the whole concept of anybody here going, hey, intermittent fasting is a great thing. You're already fasting during the night. Just FYI, guys, you're already fasting for good 8 to 10 hours. The second thing is this: if you getting in shape is the reality of me going, hey, just stop eating, just fast, and that will get you in shape. That's, I mean, just me saying it out loud. Doesn't that sound really retarded? Honestly, it's like, how long are you going to keep that up for? And then what is your setup on the backside of that? When you just, if you're out of shape, here's the one thing. That's why I don't like those people to say that, oh, just do this kind of diet, just do that kind of diet. Eat some calories, have some carbohydrates, and diet down correctly the first time. Because how you get in shape is how you stay in shape. So if you're going to get in shape by not eating and doing a carnivore, you're probably going to have to stay on that after the fact. So we can go back to The Biggest Loser. Funny show. Got shut off because why? Because they made them unhealthy. And these people all blew up afterwards. So can anybody and everybody get here in shape? All of you can get in the best shape of your lives. We lock you down. We take the stress away from you. No bills, kids, significant other. And all you do is train all day long and do the 2 hours of cardio and fast and do very little food. You're going to get in great shape in a month, in 2 months. Can you keep it? And I think that's really what everybody would want to do is keep this, right? What do we got there in green?
Look forward to meeting you one day. Planning on doing a gold trip Sunday.
I will not be there Sunday. Next time, though. Next time. I am up in, FYI, I am up in Northern Cal this weekend. Following week, I will be in Nashville, Tennessee for the week. And then got some more trips up after that. So hopefully this made sense to you guys. I recommend that you train smart, train at 70% the majority of the time. And then when you have enough energy, time permits, and you can push it, jump on the Total Recall and get in shape in 12 weeks.
Kind of ties into that. You kind of just answered that right there. How often do you do advanced training techniques to go beyond failure?
To go beyond failure. I wonder if he's meaning this in some other method. I don't go to failure, first off. But my intense training is usually about my intense training, where I'm just pushing it regardless how the body feels, is usually 3 months out of the year. It's a lot like you talk to anybody that's that one show kind of mentality a year. And then the 9 months is letting the body heal, training hard, training around 70%, and letting the body grow. Is that Russia?
We got Russian.
Welcome. Placebo.
Oats and eggs for breakfast.
Yeah, great breakfast.
Right?
Great breakfast. Yeah. Not for me. Believe it or not, I'm a fish in cream of rice right now, but I'm slicing and dicing. What did I hear about Robbie? Robbie is moving. Robbie is moving away. He's going to be going overseas. It's going to be good for him. He's looking forward to this. I forgot where he said he's moving. But yeah, he's the world loves Robbie. That's the great thing. Robbie's gonna end up somewhere beautiful and probably on the beaches with plenty of ladies.
Talk about the importance of sugar in bodybuilding and how would you use sugar in bulking when you're trying to add as much mass as possible? Thanks.
Yeah, carbohydrates are important. And for some reason, it's been bashed so much. But yeah, if you can keep the carbohydrates in, that would be the key point as you're training. I'm not the first person to say carbs is muscle sparing. You know, Menser always talked about that. Always talked about the glycogen in the muscle is the key point, and the retaining of the water in the muscle. Again, goes back to the carbohydrate and and then on top of that, the brain works with it. So yeah, carbs are very, very important. And taking your body weight in protein, taking some healthy fats, and then the rest of your calorie intake would be carbohydrates. Now, I'm a high protein guy, so I'll take in even more than my body weight in protein. I love my off seasons though. We come up with some great nutrition menu. So
Is wave loading in 5x5 a myth? I don't know what wave loading is. You?
I've never heard of wave loading, and I've been in this my whole time.
Yeah, I have no.
And is 5x5 a myth?
What does that mean?
Yeah, Bigfoot's a myth. You know, Abominable Snowman's a myth, but 5x5 has been around forever. It's great. Will you get back to me? What's wave loading? Is that kind of like the new thing? Is because I know people talk about like bro science, and I don't even know what bro science is.
Like, do you like rest pause training?
I do. I do like rest pause training. Very much so.
Now, do you know what rest pause training is?
Yeah, for me, I know what it is.
Right?
It's probably not the place, right? It's probably not the best. Can we just ban that guy? Yeah, delete. There's no common sense on that.
Is muscle soreness a must after every workout?
No. Nope. It is not a must. You're going to get it, though. It's fun when you have it. Oh, this one's a good one.
Rice and spaghetti.
So I did a lot of pasta when I was young. Pasta and eggs, whole eggs. I loved it. And I'm not the only guy that loved that as a youngster that put on a lot of size. I think one of the other people that talks about that a lot or did that a lot was Jay. Jay did that a lot. Yeah, it helped put on some really good size. Oh, I miss it now. Holy cow, you just made me hungry. Noodles. Oh, sure. Done. That was fun.
Boneless when we hit sugar.
Jeff's ahead of me.
Beginner in the gym here. 3 times a week. I usually do legs, arms, and abs with cardio every day. Usually 1 mile, slow pace. Are 3 sets of 12 with a mild to moderate weight okay for exercises like machines. Set them down the path, Mike.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sorry, I'm in no world that bright to tell you what's the right program for you. I don't know you. I'm curious though, because you're a beginner, and so you jumped into high reps, and you also jumped into training and cardio right from the start.
Probably
So
full body workouts.
yeah, I guess a little full body
Like
workouts.
arm and abs and cardio.
Yeah. Seems like a lot.
That's,
Yeah, it seems like, yeah.
seems like it's either a lot or very little.
I would think I'll say this, that's a good workout if you're like over 40, and you're just trying to stay active. Make sense? Just stay active, get into the gym, get a little something in. It's not going to change the body much though.
This is a fun question. Never seen that phrased this way. If you woke up tomorrow at 500 pounds, what would be the first couple things you would do to lose weight?
500 pounds, man. I'd go eat some more pizza and stuff. But to get in shape? No, I don't know. I would do the same thing I do right now to get dieted down. I'd go have my carbohydrates and protein. I'd go to the gym and train. I'd stay on the plan. I think that's, and you asking that question and putting a weight on it, 500 pounds. I think people think that you have to train differently to get in shape if you're 500 pounds or you're 250. The only thing that's going to be different is what you're capable of doing. A 500-pound person probably can't move that well. And so the range of motion and the duration in the gym will probably be less, but you diet down the same way. You have your protein, your carbs, and your fats. You train the weights. You pyramid up as the 12 weeks go by. You lower the calories periodically to make sure that your body is continuously burning, and you keep ahead of it plateauing. It wouldn't change if you're 200 pounds, 500 pounds, or 1,000. If you ever noticed, the show kind of showed you that. What was the show called? Biggest Loser. It showed you that. They just starved everybody. They gave them barely enough food and just starved them down. And so if you were 500 pounds or you're 200 pounds overweight, it just slices you down. So for anybody out there thinking that it's going to be so different, it's not. It really isn't. It's only different on the calorie intake for the individual. But just put yourself in a deficit. Mm-mm. I was on Workaholics. Yes. For the little man, for your abs, you're working on it, but double the dose and hope for the most.
Yeah, this guy's definitely a beginner. The guy from before.
Oh, what was this question now?
What was the next question? Do you do cardio before your workout to warm up?
Yeah, he's a beginner. I can't tell by his picture. I don't. I wouldn't do cardio before the workout because I make sure to have my glycogen and my carbohydrates to work out. And it is for building muscle and the exercises and weightlifting where you don't need that when you do cardio. So if you get on cardio and you burn all that off and then you go into weightlifting, you don't have any left, not much of a workout.
It's the best way to cut while living off 500 calories.
Oh, you just did it. Congratulations. Congratulations.
You are cutting.
You are, yeah, you are losing not just you're losing your gums, your hair, your density in the bones. Um, yeah, congratulations.
That's the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, that is the Crypt Keeper. Yeah,
Did
you'll lose the weight though.
the latest arm workout. Incline reverse grips felt awesome. Love that. Love
Did
that.
you do the reverse? Oh, he mimicked that. Yeah, and I know some people ask, they go, "Hey, my numbers were different than what Mike's numbers." I got buried on that workout, guys. So just know you did the right numbers. I didn't choose the weights correctly to get those good reps like you guys did. So you guys are on the right one. I need to level up a bit. So just FYI. It confused them when I was hitting the 5s because that first number is 8s, the 10s, the 12s.
But we talked about it earlier in the video.
I think they fast forwarded. I don't know.
You know?
That's an individual, how you visually look,
Right?
Just how you visually look. I know guys that walk around at 14 that look like supermodels. And I know guys that walk around at 10 and they look fat. So it just doesn't, as sliced as I've ever been in the last 20 years with all this muscle, me ripped, looking absolutely gaunt, looking like the Crypt Keeper. That's 7.5%. That's what that is. And I posed next to like Rez and Todd, and both of those guys are at 4 and 5%. And they next to me looked heavy. And I was at 7.5. So percentage is really an individual thing and how you carry that muscle and fat. Is that David Sosa? Holy shnikes.
The ghost.
The ghost. Well, hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Is that a 16-year-old? What is he saying there? Oh, what's this one? Oh, Russia. Hello.
Shout out to Russia.
I can't see this too well. Right here. What is he saying there?
It sounds like he's responding to somebody else in the chat,
Oh, I gotcha.
which would be this guy he's responding to. Is only 15 sets of squats on leg day sufficient? 15 sets of squats?
You mean actual sets throughout your whole leg workout? I'm assuming you're talking about leg press, leg extension, leg curls. Yeah. No?
15 sets of squats.
Wow. Congratulations.
Good luck.
Where'd you read that? I wish you had that video right now. That doesn't make sense. Some of the stuff you guys are, a lot of the stuff you guys are asking it seems, I think this is why you guys should, at your local gym, get a trainer or just get on one of my workout plans or something like that. Cause it seems like you guys, some of you are really lost. Those questions seem so far elementary.
Here's one that has a little depth to it, where it's at least framed differently. Some friends I know that are having a hard time dieting and are fat seem to have a lot of emotions tied up with food, coping mechanisms, stress relief, etc. Do you have any tips for them to getting their mind to change?
No, it's an individual. The person has to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said the other day, and I agreed with him. He says, well, people have this addiction to food. Life is stressful or their breakup or something like. Listen, most of us, we look at that stress and it's huge to us, but on the scheme of life, It really isn't. And I don't know why that is for me. I always go back to if I ever feel that way, like, oh, you know what? I'm going to cheat on my diet or something. I'm so attached to the reality of what real is, um, the downside of life and what really is going on. If that makes sense to you guys without going too deep into it. But you got the opportunity to be in shape, control it. And it's just eating's the control part. Lifting, everybody here can lift and work out. And I bet you all of you do to your best intensity too. But it's the nutrition that has to be on point. It's not just this whole idea of eating chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli, I guess they say, and then you're going to get in shape. No, it really takes a calculation of playing a game of chess against your body because your body wants to retain some of that fat. So for you to get in shape, it takes a little bit more. But don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. That's why I try to help out those people that really want to do this and get serious about it in the Titan crew. And I like those guys because they check in. They go, hey, you know, I'm staying on point. I messed up here. Let's get back into consistent. Food is the one thing that runs everybody the other way. Anything else left?
For the beginner.
All right.
Definitely a beginner. Yeah, I took a college course on this stuff. It was in our campus gym, and I forgot most of it since I haven't done much.
Good.
Very just motivated.
Just FYI, I'm glad you forgot everything that you learned in the school.
Very motivated to gain some muscles. I feel like a wimp. LOL. Any tips and advice for me? Where would you point him?
Yeah, go over to the Titan crew. Get started on Total Recall. Get started on the Titan meal plan right now. And everything that you learned in college, absolutely forget. Move away from that. I'll find out how old you are in there because we'll talk again inside the Titan crew. But yeah, get started on that. Get rocking and rolling. And you're a beginner. So the cool thing about being a beginner, you change faster than everybody. That's the cool thing about this. So be happy about that. Your body's going to change quickly. I see that you got your girl there in the photo. So she's going to be kind of going, that's the only thing you're going to have to say, hey, I'm getting in shape for you. Because when she starts, as you start to get in shape, she's going to question, wait a minute. You're looking too good.
Russia all over.
A lot of Russia. Love you guys. Squats. All right, you crazy. I got to get back to work. I wanted to jump on here and just chat you guys up a second. Remember, take your rest days with the Total Recall. Make sure that nutrition is on point. And we will do a check-in when I get back from Tennessee in the Titan crew. Okay? So get this couple weeks of training in. That's on you. You got to do it. You got to do the work. Stay consistent. And be patient in that consistency. Make sure the nutrition is on point, though. And then the rep range is set up. You guys are going to love this rep range. I know most of you guys love that pump in the workout. So you guys are going to absolutely love this program. What is my favorite healthy meal? My girl does an egg sandwich that is absolutely to die for. All right, we're down here at the bottom, guys. Oh, this one's
Mike, how do I stay consistent with a full-time job and a family? Love your content and knowledge, Mike.
early mornings. The kids are going to be sleeping. They'll sleep past you getting up and getting to the gym. The significant other is going to be okay with you getting up early and doing it. You got to shut it down at night, and understand again that it's you, that's your family. So you got to take care of your health, and that's it. You will find that time to do it and get in there and crush it, to stay healthy for these guys. And it was also a cool parenting thing is that when the kids see you being so consistent like that and being responsible and taking care of yourself, they'll follow suit. And then the significant other will do probably the same thing, going, "Hey, he's doing this. I need to get and up my level a bit." Good job. Good question too. Thank you. What do you see, Jeffrey? Anything?
Just read this before I pull this up.
I don't listen to music. I don't let the music come on at the gym until after 6. I don't like music in my training at all. This noise, it's noise. I like the banter between me and the training partners, or at least the noise of the weights and the voice in my head when I'm training.
Type of bread do you recommend?
Dave's bread. They got a lot of good breads out there, but I love Dave's bread. And if I'm off season, man, the potato bread,
Thoughts on collagen?
it's great. It's great. But if you're taking in protein and vitamin C, that turns into collagen in the body. So it's a good thing. But yeah, definitely. Straight sets versus pyramid.
Is this really live?
No, this is not live.
This is recorded.
Yeah, this is recorded. It's going to show up later. This guy just gave me his whole program.
That's the one when you asked me if we have any. I was trying to fucking read. I was trying to get through that Harry Potter book, but it's only like cut off. He's got the 50 grams of yakitori chicken skewers.
Get the 2 glasses of red wine.
You see some red
Piece
wine
of
in
cheese.
there?
Yeah.
One piece of cheese. That sounds like a surge plan.
It does,
One piece of cheese.
Sashimi.
300 grams
Dude,
of tuna sashimi?
Let me know when you're having your next high day. I'm coming over.
This guy's killing it.
Man,
But honestly, that's a fucking diet.
that sounds good. That sounds good, buddy. Keep doing your
Cheesy
thing.
Wine, cheese. Oh, yeah.
All right. Have a good night, guys.